Inclusion means to me being able to work alongside anyone, anywhere, in any situation.
Diversity means different. Everyone's got differences, whether it be age, religion, sex. We're different.
I don't really know what inclusion means. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Diversity to me means difference in lifestyle and religions and work ethics and everything.
Growing up in Taiwan, we didn't have a whole lot of opportunity as I was growing up. My parents had a small company making parts for mopeds, but they went bust. And so they scrounged up everything that they had, sold their house in Taipei to come to the United States back in 1985 when I was just 7 years old, looking for opportunities. Opportunities for family, for kids, and they were looking for the American dream. However, coming from Taiwan, not knowing English, which became a language barrier for me when I first developed, I had a difficult time growing up. Surprisingly, I passed math with flying colors, but struggling in English was a challenge for me that sometimes when bullies were picking on me, were yelling, screaming, I said that I need to have English as my primary language so that way I can be friends with them. And so that was my primary drive, is to ultimately be included, to be part of something bigger and larger than myself. So those feelings that I had as I was young, those negative feelings were used to reinforce my determination that I'm going to do well in my life. And here I am. When people look at me and see that I'm Asian and I'm young, what people don't realize is I had to work hard. I had to dream big dreams. I had studied in college for 5 years. I had been in the US Navy for 4 years. I had done so many things that people don't see initially on the surface. But when you come to look at me and you ask me for a story, I will tell you my life story happily. Some of the words that came to my mind that were hurtful, that were called, were Chinaman, chink, rice ball, and Bruce Lee. For me, what's it like to hear those words is someone who couldn't stand up and fight for themselves, and someone who is a second-class citizen. Last Wednesday, as I was finishing up a meeting at around 3:30, whistle blew in the shipyard. So there's a mad rush of people coming out of the gates. Somebody in the crowd behind me yelled out the word chink. And as I walked 20 more feet, about 10 seconds later, it registered in my mind that somebody was calling me out, trying to get my attention. Didn't have the courage to face me, but tried to get my attention. I have not been called chink since I was 8 years old, so it was a little slow for me to recognize that word in my vocabulary, and when I recognized it, it was too late. And to me, someone who is using the word chink has to say it in their mind and in their heart first. So it's coming out of this ugly place in the begin with. So they are the ones that hurt first, not the ones who are there trying to hurt, but the individual using those hurtful words are the ones that hurt the most.